2. Oysters, nature's multivitamin for male vitality. If I had to name one seafood as the ocean's version of a multivitamin for men over 60, it would be oysters without question. Just 2 medium-sized oysters can deliver more than 100% of your daily zinc needs, and zinc is the unsung hero of male health. It fuels testosterone production, supports immune strength, aids wound healing, and even enhances mental clarity. The problem? As we age, our ability to absorb zinc drops, and nearly 40% of men over 60 are zinc deficient without knowing it. But oysters don't stop at zinc. They're packed with vitamin B12, which protects your nerves and powers your brain, selenium, which guards your thyroid, and immunotyrine, and copper, which fight fatigue and keep your bones strong. One patient, Thomas, age 71, had recently retired and told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm slowing down too fast. No energy, no drive, nothing obvious, just a fading spark." I looked him in the eye and said, "Thomas, you need to meet the oyster." Within 3 weeks of adding oysters to his weekly meals, he reported sharper focus, stronger energy, and his words, not mine, "a welcome return of myself." He felt like a man again. Oysters aren't just for romantic dinners or fancy restaurants. They're powerful biological support for men who want to stay sharp, steady, and sexually alive. 3. Green-lipped mussels, the anti-inflammatory powerhouse for pain-free aging. You've heard of omega-3s, but I'll bet you've never heard of eta-eicosapentaenoic acid, a rare form of omega-3 found only in green-lipped mussels from New Zealand. Here's why that matters. ETA doesn't just reduce inflammation. It blocks a specific enzyme 5-lipoxygenase that actually causes inflammation in your joints. That's a level of healing most fish oils can't touch. A 2020 study in Nutrients found that seniors taking green-lipped mussel extract for 12 weeks saw 42 reduction in joint pain, 35 improvement in mobility, and that's not all. These mussels are also loaded with zinc, iron, selenium, and iodine, minerals critical for immune strength, hormone balance, prostate health, and metabolism. Minerals that become harder and harder to absorb as we age. I had a patient named Robert, 69, a retired teacher and passionate hiker, who said his knees felt rusted. He was sick of anti-inflammatory pills, sick of skipping stairs, sick of feeling old. I told him, don't manage the pain, starve the cause. He added green-lipped mussels to his meals twice a week, steamed with garlic and lemon. A month later, he was back on the trails. He told me, "I don't feel like I'm managing age anymore. I feel like I'm living again." That's the power of ETA. That's the power of real food when it's the right food. 4. Sea moss, the ultimate plant-based marine medicinal. I want to introduce you to the most understated yet powerful marine food I know. Sea moss, also called Irish moss. It doesn't come from an animal. It's a sea plant. But don't let that fool you. Sea moss is a nutritional treasure chest, containing over 90 trace minerals your body depends on, including magnesium, iodine, zinc, sulfur, potassium, and more, all in a form your body can easily absorb. What makes sea moss especially valuable for men over 60 is this: it provides the raw materials your body needs to produce its own collagen. It doesn't contain collagen directly, but it delivers vitamin C, sulfur, and proline, which your body uses to rebuild collagen in your joints, skin, and gut lining. And it goes deeper. Sea moss is rich in mucilage, a soothing gel-like fiber that coats your intestines, eases inflammation, and seals leaky gut, a game-changer for men dealing with reflux, bloating, constipation, or slow digestion. In a 2022 marine drug study, seniors taking sea moss daily experienced 37 improvement in joint mobility, 29 reduction in skin dryness, and noticeable digestive relief in under 8 weeks. Recall Frank, 73, a soft-spoken man who said, "Doc, I feel like I'm dimming, not sick, just dim." He tried pills, powders, even testosterone shots. Nothing helped. I suggested he start each morning with just 1 tablespoon of sea moss gel, blended into his tea or smoothie. 3 weeks later, Frank came in with a quiet brightness in his eyes. He said, "It feels like clarity broke through the fog. I move better. I sleep deeper. I feel awake." Sea moss isn't flashy, but it works. And for older men who want to reclaim their energy, repair their gut, and restore a quiet strength from within, there is no plant quite like it. Conclusion: you're not broken. You're rebuilding, one bite at a time. If you've made it this far, I want to speak to you not just as a doctor, but as someone who truly cares about how you live, how you feel, and how you age. Because aging isn't just about years passing, it's about choices accumulating. And unfortunately, many men over 60 have been making those choices based on half-truths. You were told that all seafood is good for you, that if it's low-fat and high-protein, it must be healthy. That imitation crab is just a cheaper version of the real thing. That shrimp, scallops, squid, these are clean, heart-smart meals. But the truth is, those foods once harmless can now be silently undermining your circulation, burdening your kidneys, inflaming your joints, and dulling your male vitality. Here's what I want you to remember. Squid may look light, but delivers a heavy load of cholesterol and purines that clog your vessels and trigger gout. Imitation crab is processed junk disguised as seafood, spiking your blood sugar and robbing you of nutrients. Scallops carry toxic heavy metals like cadmium that quietly degrade your kidney health. Shrimp, especially farmed, introduces allergens, antibiotics, and cholesterol that sap your energy and affect your performance. But there's good news. Very good news. The ocean also offers powerful allies, healing foods that don't just nourish you, but rebuild you. Sea cucumber, rich in collagen and anti-inflammatory compounds, soothes joint pain and restores mobility. Oysters, packed with zinc, B12, and selenium, boost testosterone, brain clarity, and immune strength. Green-lipped mussels, with rare omega-3s like ETA, target inflammation and bring back comfort to your knees and hips. Sea moss, a plant-based mineral powerhouse, repairs your gut, strengthens your thyroid, and brings back your inner fire. This isn't about adding one superfood and hoping for magic. It's about rethinking your relationship with food at this stage of life. Because at 60, 70, it's not about eating more. It's about eating smarter. And you don't need to do it all at once. Just start. One choice, one change, one bite at a time. So here's my invitation to you. Go back to your fridge and look at what's really in there. Eliminate just one harmful seafood this week. Introduce just one healing one in its place. Track how you feel in your joints, your mind, your sleep, your mood, and yes, in your intimacy. Because food, real food, is still your most powerful medicine. And it's never too late to make it work for you again. If this message spoke to you, I encourage you to do 3 simple things. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more science-backed, heartfelt guidance tailored for men like you. Leave a comment below. I'm starting today. That one sentence is your signal to your future self. Share this video with a friend, a brother, a father, or a neighbor. Someone who needs to hear that aging isn't decline, it's a recalibration. You are not broken. You are rebuilding with knowledge, with purpose, and with foods that fuel your best years yet. Let's walk this journey together, stronger, wiser, and better nourished than ever before. Introduction: the seafood you trust might be silently hurting you. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever sat down to enjoy a piece of seafood, grilled, light, lean, thinking you were making a heart-smart, low-fat, healthy choice, only to find that despite eating right, your energy is fading, your joints ache more, and intimacy feels like a distant memory? You're not imagining things. As a urologist who has spent over 30 years helping men over 60 restore their vitality, I can tell you this: what you eat after 60 doesn't just feed your body, it shapes your future. And when it comes to seafood, something most of us think is always healthy, the truth is more complicated than you've been told. In today's article, I'm going to walk you through 4 popular seafoods you must avoid because they silently erode your circulation, energy, and performance, and 4 little-known marine foods that can help you rebuild your health naturally and powerfully. These insights are drawn from both peer-reviewed studies and real patients, men like you who made small shifts and got life-changing results. If you care about your energy, your joints, your heart, and yes, your manhood, I urge you to read every word. And if you're new here, I invite you to follow this channel, where I share sincere, science-based guidance every week to help men over 60 stay strong, sharp, and independent. Now, let's start with what you need to remove from your plate before it chips away any further at your well-being. Part I: the 4 worst seafoods men over 60 should avoid. 1. Squid, the hidden cholesterol bomb that erodes your blood flow. Squid is one of the biggest nutritional lies I see on healthy menus. It's marketed as lean, high protein, and low fat. But under the surface, it delivers a dangerous load of cholesterol and purines that can wreak havoc on the aging male body. Just 3 ounces of cooked squid packs almost 200 milligrams of cholesterol, which is more than 65% of your daily limit. That might have been manageable at 30, but at 60 plus, your liver processes fat more slowly, and your arteries lose their flexibility. This excess cholesterol clogs your vessels, especially the microvessels that matter most for blood flow, including to the brain and below the belt. Worse yet, squid is high in purines, which your body converts into uric acid. That uric acid crystallizes in joints, triggering gout attacks, chronic inflammation, and lingering pain many mistake for old age. I once treated a retired Navy man, George, 67 years old, fit, disciplined, but suffering from knee pain, fatigue, and rising blood pressure. Turned out, he ate squid 3 times a week. Once he eliminated it, his pain dropped and his blood pressure stabilized within weeks. Science backs it up. A 2021 nutrient study showed seniors with high cholesterol intake had 43% more arterial stiffness, while a gerontology review linked frequent high purine seafood to 54% more joint inflammation. Squid doesn't look greasy, it doesn't taste salty, but in your bloodstream, behaves like a slow-acting toxin. Cut it out, and you just might feel years younger. 2. Imitation crab, the fake food that spikes blood sugar and starves your brain. Here's a secret the seafood industry doesn't want you to know. Imitation crab is not crab. It's a processed white fish paste called surimi, mixed with refined starches, sugars, salt, and food coloring. It's cheap, it looks convincing, but inside your body, it behaves like junk food. Those starches digest rapidly, triggering blood sugar spikes as sharp as white bread. That's dangerous for seniors already dealing with insulin resistance or prediabetes. One patient of mine, Bill, 72, had swapped red meat for more seafood, but was tired after lunch, gaining belly fat, and confused. His mistake? He was eating imitation crab almost daily. Once we removed it, his blood sugar improved, and his mid-afternoon crashes vanished. But that's not the only issue. Imitation crab is loaded with 700 plus mg of sodium per serving, which overburdens aging kidneys and raises blood pressure. And nutritionally, it contains virtually no omega-3s, zinc, or B12, the very nutrients your brain, heart, and hormones depend on. It's not real food, it's a salted sugar sponge pretending to be seafood. If you've been duped by the label, don't be ashamed. Just don't be fooled again. 3. Scallops, the clean shellfish contaminated with heavy metal. Scallops are praised by fine dining chefs and wellness magazines alike. But if you're a man over 60, these delicate morsels may be silently damaging your kidneys. Why? Because scallops accumulate cadmium, a heavy metal that builds up in your body and targets the kidneys, which are already under stress as we age. A 2022 study in toxicology reports found that just a few servings of scallops a week could push seniors close to the World Health Organization's cadmium safety threshold. Cadmium doesn't trigger symptoms right away, but over time, it causes fatigue, protein loss in urine, decline in kidney filtrations, lower metabolism, and the worst part. Scallops offer less than 30 milligrams of EPA or DA omega-3s per 100 g, virtually no benefit for your heart or brain. I saw this firsthand with Harold, 74, who developed high blood pressure and early kidney dysfunction. When we removed his weekly scallop habit, his labs normalized, and his energy returned. Scallops may taste refined, but inside your body, they act like a slow drip of toxicity. 4. Shrimp, the popular protein that silently wrecks arteries and gut healthy. Know what you're thinking. But shrimp is healthy, right? Not quite. Shrimp may be low in fat, but just 3 ounces contain 180 milligrams of cholesterol, a significant burden for aging arteries. A 2021 study in Circulation found that seniors consuming more than 300 milligrams of cholesterol per day had 35% higher stroke risk and 24% more heart disease. But cholesterol is only the beginning. Shrimp contains tropomyosin, a protein that becomes harder to digest with age, triggering bloating and gut sensitivity. It's also a top allergen, and new allergies can appear later in life. Worse, many shrimp are farmed overseas, treated with antibiotics like oxytetracycline, which harm gut bacteria, promote antibiotic resistance, decrease gut inflammation. I had a patient, Carl, 68, who ate shrimp religiously. After cutting it out, he saw his digestion, blood pressure, and even bedroom performance improve. The verdict? Shrimp may look light and lean, but for older men, it's a hidden saboteur. Part 2: The 4 best seafoods men over 60 must choose. Instead, aging isn't a sentence, it's a signal. A reminder that the body you've relied on for decades now needs you to care for it in a more intentional way. It's time to stop eating like a younger man and start nourishing like a wiser one. Because at this stage in life, every bite either helps you rebuild or slowly breaks you down. The good news? The sea offers not just food, but medicine. Below are 4 deeply restorative seafoods often overlooked that can help you reclaim your strength, restore your joints, revitalize your energy, and revive the parts of you that matter most. 1. Sea cucumber, the collagen-rich healer. Your joints will thank you for. Sea cucumber may not be a staple on most Western plates, but in traditional Asian medicine, it's been valued for centuries as a healing superfood, especially for the elderly, the injured, or anyone feeling like their body is stiffening from the inside out. There's a reason for that. Sea cucumber is incredibly rich in marine collagen and chondroitin sulfate, the exact compounds your joints, tendons, skin, and connective tissues desperately need as you age. Unlike powdered supplements that often pass through the gut without impact, the collagen in sea cucumber is paired with essential amino acids and minerals that actually help your body rebuild and repair what time has worn down. I remember one of my patients, Leonard, age 66. He used to walk miles every day as a postal worker, but now, he told me, even getting up from a chair hurts like a fracture. That stuck with me, because it's the silent story of so many older men. I suggested he try a simple broth made with simmered sea cucumber twice a week. Nothing fancy. 3 weeks later, Leonard came back smiling. "Doc, I don't feel like I'm breaking apart anymore. It's like someone oiled the hinges." That's not a miracle. That's nourishment at work. Sea cucumber doesn't numb your pain like pills do. It reverses the damage by giving your body the exact tools it needs to repair itself. If your knees feel creaky, your lower back always aches, or your skin is thinning faster than it used to, it may not be aging. It may be a collagen shortage, and sea cucumber could be the most powerful, natural answer.